Hello, and today I'll be showing you how you can transfer a virtual machine from VirtualBox to VMware. And now I'm not saying either one is better than the other, but if you're someone who is looking to transfer it, then this is the video for you. Now this is a distribution that I kinda customized myself and fiddled around a bit. But I want to transfer this to VMware because I mostly use that and most of my virtual machines are on that one. That's why I kind of like to use it. And again, I'm not saying VirtualBox is bad. VirtualBox is really good, and I have enjoyed using it. It's open source and it supports like almost every virtual environment you can throw at it. But I just want to transfer it, and I will show you how to actually do it. Even if you are not doing this, it's good to know how to do it just in case you need it. And it kind of works like a backup as well. So it's good to have this method around. So the first thing we'll do is just get to File and then hit Export Appliances or Control E if you fancy shortcuts. And then select the distribution or select which virtual machine you want to export. Then just hit Next. And in here, the most things can be same and it won't impact that much. But if you want to change things, then you can change around and see what happens. But mostly, keeping these things same is a good idea. And you can do OVA or OVF format, whichever you like. Both of them work, but I like to use OVF. And then you can do all networks, but I just do include those things that are like the minimal thing that I need. So then we can select the directory where this will be saved, and you can select the format from here. And once you click that, it will just take that format and then just export it. And the next part is fairly simple. Just review what is being done, and most time we don't have to check that much, but just for surety. But then you can just hit Next and it will start to export your virtual machine. So give it a bit. And there we go. So it is done exporting. And now we can continue on to the next step. So the next step is also fairly simple. We just have to open the file that we just created to VMware. So we have to open it in VMware, and you can see here's the file, and this is the entire hard disk. So the entire virtual hard disk is right here. So this will depend on how much stuff you have in your virtual machine. So if you have a big virtual machine like 20-30 gigabytes, this will take 20-30 gigabytes. So make sure you have enough space for that. So this will essentially just make another virtual machine. So here I have VMware right here, and the opening part is fairly simple. We just have to click here or just go to File and click on this option Open, and you should see that here you have an option called OVF, or this option right here. You just need this one, and then just click on that file that we just extracted and save it. Then it will ask for the name of the virtual machine. So just name it whatever you like. Just for simplicity's sake, I'll just name this something simple so I can remember which one is this, and make sure that that file does not exist. So if you already I tested by this name and it kind of did not work, and by right here it did not work, but when I was testing it, I named the file this, and you will see what I mean. So it will show an error that this file already exists. So if you remove something, just make sure you delete the files as well. So now I'll just change this to ARC. It's no big deal. Then just click right here, and it will just import the virtual machine right here. And if you get something like this, just click here and it will import regardless. So now we just have to wait for it to import, and the import part is fairly simple. It just imports. So the file we just extracted, it will import all of that into VMware. So when you open it, you won't even feel a difference, because it's basically just copying those stats and just importing it into VMware. So it's kind of like moving houses. You just transfer it. And again, subscribe. I just want to hit 100 subs before the end of the year, and we have only 1 month left. So make sure you subscribe. And here you can see that all of the stats are the same. So now if I just run this, make this a little bit bigger, and after it's opened, you will see the speed and everything is exactly the same. So you won't feel much of a difference when you actually just run this here, and it will open up in the state that you left it in. So as you can see, it's fairly simple. Like, it's almost like VirtualBox, but just in a VMware skin. So that's basically it. That's how you transfer a virtual machine from VirtualBox to VMware. And I think you can do this backwards too. So try that out and let me know if this works. See you guys in the next one.